Alright, I was sitting here pretending like I don't have to take this test in less than a month. So, yeah, welcome to the after work video. I'm going to try to do a second video every day from, well, hopefully from 5 to 6. I know on Friday I won't be able to do it right at 5, but definitely I think I can produce a hour-long video at least between the hours of 5 to 8 for the next month without any difficulty. I used to do that earlier just because I didn't quite have a routine with the pandemic messing things up, and actually I used to have my working day be from like 9 to 6, but with the pandemic and everything being so unusual, I actually wake up a lot earlier now, so I have my working day from 8 to 5. I used to be kind of, and I used to do something on Thursday nights that lasted until like 10. So like I'd get home at like 10:30, and then I'd be in bed by like 11. So it's like, with the commute and all that, like getting to work at 8 just kind of made that a night where, like, you know, I might not get enough sleep. So like, basically what I'm trying to say is my life has changed a lot due to the pandemic, but I think I can. So a lot of basically what I'm trying to say is my habits, my routines, all of those sorts of things are really kind of undefined right now, so it's really important that I get them defined in a way that's going to lead to outcomes that I want. Okay, so that means twice a day videos. So yep, so I can see here I've got notes from the lunchtime video. I finished the OSPF version 3 CE-PE connection. So now we're going to do the same for the router E to router F CE-PE connection, but we're going to use eBGP, and we're going to use IPv6. Okay, so we're going to go until 6:30, hopefully at the very least finish up all 3 of these. If we've got some extra time, we'll experiment with BGP scaling, and we'll use route reflection, and the extra super stretch goal will be route confederation as well. I don't think it'll be impossible, but it's just kind of a lot to go over in a short amount of time. But that's basically the test in a nutshell. 6 hours to basically implement a lifetime of professional experience. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to do show configuration and take a look at how these two differ. And we do have IPv4 set up on both sides. We're going to need to change that. Okay, and we'll start on router F to change that, because that's going to require the most all-encompassing changes. So I can just wipe it clean and then start over. Okay, so let's go with, how about, so the other side we did 1:::, 1 and 2, let's do 2:::. And this side we'll do 1, and we're going to do the equivalent of a /30, so it's going to be a /126. Oh, and it needs the term address. Okay. All right, and then we're going to be using. We're also going to need a loopback address. So we'll use the same convention we used over there. We'll use INET6 address 172::2 and then this is going to be 128. It's equivalent of a /32. Okay, so next step is going to be setting up BGP on this side. It's going to be eBGP, so we've got to define the autonomous system this belongs to. Let's just go with autonomous system 1. I mean, typically I would probably do autonomous system 1 here, and then 2, 3, and then maybe 100 for this. But we've got autonomous system 2 set up for our EVPN, so I'm going to keep it that way. The autonomous system really isn't that important to have a specific term, because the other sides here are not going to require an autonomous system number. So let's just go with 1. Okay, now let's go into protocols, BGP, group eBGP. Okay, and then we're going to do set type external, set peer AS 2. Okay, and now the neighbor, we're going to have 2:2/126. Oh, we don't need the subnet mask. Perfect. And now, of course, we're going to need family. Oh, set family INET 6 unicats. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to need is an export policy to make sure the loopback address is in there. Before I do that, I'm going to verify what I have so far. Okay, so everything looks good to me. Let's set up that export policy. Okay, so route policies, the route filter, IPv4, IPv6 just seamlessly fits in. You don't need a special keyword or anything in this case, but we do need to do the set then accept. Okay, and then there's one more statement, and that is to export the routes into BGP. Okay, so hopefully, oops, I don't want to discard the committed changes. I want to commit and quit. And now I want to go over to router E and reconfigure. We'll start by reconfiguring this interface. Family INET 6, address, and it's going to be 2:::. That other side was 1, so this is going to be 2/126. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to keep the same loopback address. Loopback address belongs to the default instance anyways, so it's shielded from the IPv6 configuration. Yeah, this is all default instance configuration, so it's not going to apply to our IPv6 connection. That's going to be under the custom routing instance. Okay, so let's get rid of the static route. Okay, and then we'll configure external BGP here. Okay, so we've got group EBGP. So let's set type external, and we're going to set PRAS to be 1, and then we're going to set neighbor 2::1. Alright, and then we won't need an export policy, anything like that. We won't even need an import policy because there's default imports. So the interface should just go through using the default imports. But we will need a family INET6 configured, unicast. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to need, and we don't necessarily need it right now, is a new family added to our iBGP connection so that we can send NLRI for IPv6. I think I am going to add that right now. So yeah, I'm just going to add that right now. Yep, so INET6 VPN, I believe that's all that is necessary. Okay, so at this point we should be able to ping the other side. Let's take a look at the routing table in router F. Oops, it looks like there's a problem here. Yep, I tried to call a policy that's not defined. It looks like I just left off the letter P there. So, yep. Oops, I don't know what send means, but let's do set. There is a command send where you can send messages to other users on the CLI. I think that's what it is in Juniper. No, I think it's request system. Yeah, request message all. Hello world. Yeah, so you can send messages to other users. That comes in handy sometimes. That's a good feature. I've used that many times. Okay, so let's go ahead and and do what? Verify that the 172 address has made it. Okay, so we've got the direct route. But unfortunately we don't have the other side yet. I believe that's because I'm missing the family INET6-VPN. Once I add that, we'll be able to get it on that side, and then we'll work on the last side. Yep, so you can see clearly without that INET6 statement, we won't be getting that other one. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, still don't see any changes. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't see the ::1 showing up. Let's see if it made it into this routing table. So it's not even in this routing table. I wonder if I even have it configured. So I think this is the problem. We've got it configured, but it's not showing up in the table on router B. Why is that? Well, it's because it's not being sent through OSPF. I think we can do show route advertising protocol OSPF 3. Oh no, we can only do that with link state, distance vector protocols, I think. Yeah. Okay, so, but all I need to do is this. Okay, so now hopefully we've got the new route popping up. Yep, so we've got a new route now. It's in the inet.6 table. So I guess I'm surprised it's not in the VPN table as well. Let's check the other side here. So we've got .2 in there still, but it looks like we don't have .1. So yeah, I'm pretty surprised that it's not in the correct table. Okay. So it looks like it might not have been imported. I'm curious what will happen if I add another from statement there. Let's get the show command ready to go. So show route table, and it's going to be the VPNA inet 6.0. Okay, so yeah, I would think that it would be in wait, I'm confused here. Oh, okay, so it is in this table. It's the .2 that's not in this table yet, but the .1 is in that table. So the question is, why is the .1 not making it over to here? Yeah, I thought the okay. Okay, so it seems to be fine. It's just not making it across. Oh, I was checking the wrong table. Yeah, it's not showing up in the table for router E. Yeah, router B has :1, and then router A is the CE, so it's got :1 as well because it's directly connected. So we're going to see the same thing on E and F. F is going to have ::2 because it's directly connected. But the problem I'm seeing is that E does not have : 2. Or E does have : 2. The issue is that it's in the INET 6.0 table instead of the VPN table. So let's take a look at router B and see how : 1 looks. Oh wait, actually no, it's not in either of the tables. That's the problem. You can see this tricked me here because it was a : 2 route, but it's not the 172 : 2 route. Okay, but still it'll be good to see the difference between the configuration on these two routers, router E and router B. So I think, okay. Let's do a show BGP summary. So here's the problem. Well, I thought that was the problem. Oh yeah, no, here's the problem. The neighborship to 2:1 is still active. And we've got no route to host. Oh, right. But that's just because it's in its own interface instance. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, that's fine. There we go. So, yeah, so 2:: is showing up. So that's not why the neighborship is informing. Let's take another look at both sides and see why this neighborship is informing. We'll just take a quick look at the configuration, and if we don't see anything, we'll... okay, so I don't see anything offhand. I can see the pure AS is 2, the local is 1. Let's see what the AS is set to here. Yep, so it's set to 2, and then the pure AS is set to 1. Okay, so yep, that looks good. Family. I wonder if I've got the wrong family on this side. It needs to be. Yeah, I think that's the problem. It needs to be family VPN because INET 6 is the default, and this is in a routing instance. So I think that's the problem. Let's give that a try. Okay, so now we've got the correct, oops. Oh, I guess you can't use that option inside of so it's, I think I did go with the correct option the first time. Oops, no, we're gonna do rollback 0, exit. Okay, so yeah, I did the correct option the first time. Okay, so why are they not forming? I think it's a good idea to enable trace options at this point. Perfect. So we've got the BGP neighborship will be producing messages here. Hopefully it's easier to see what went wrong. Probably going to need to wait for it to try again, which can take a fair bit amount of time. Here we go. So okay, we got some messages already, but nothing of value quite yet. So I'm going to go clear those out. I'm tempted to do a, okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, this is going to do it. I'll do a monitor stop once this comes to a rest and put this in Notepad++ and look at it more closely. So here it is. We've got a bad BGP ID. So, yep, I think that's the problem. Let's set a router ID, and hopefully that will resolve that. So we're going to do monitor stop. We're going to do configure private, edit protocols, BGP, sets. Oh, let's actually set the router ID. So let's do a edit routing options, router. Okay, edit or set router ID. There we go, perfect. Okay, and this is going to be listen to 16.0.2 we'll use for the router ID. Okay, so that might be all that is necessary. Hopefully I can get the monitor up and running. Yeah, so if that starts to work now, we can see the confirmation messages right away. Okay, so let's take a look at the show summary. Okay, nothing yet. Let's see if router E has a router ID. Okay, so I think router E is going to need a router ID as well. Okay, so let's give it one. Router ID. Okay, so the router ID is going to be this. Okay, and before I commit, let's do a run show BGP summary. It's still working. Let's take a look if there's messages. There are. So there were new messages soon after this, so let's wait for the new round of messages before committing this, because I'm not 100% sure if it's necessary. I mean, it won't hurt anything if it's on there, so but the messages are already starting, so let's see if we've still got that error message where it's missing a ID. Yep, so we still got a message, we got a bad BGP ID. So let's commit that. Okay, so now we should have a good BGP ID on both sides. So hopefully this won't fail. Okay, so we might have to wait for this to go. I can actually trigger it. Let me trigger it. So clear BGP neighbor 2::1. Okay, so that should trigger it. I might be able to do like a request, and then like BGP or like session. Member, what does that mean? I'm not sure what that is. But request or restart. I can do like a restart BGP or something. Restart protocols. I'm not sure. Huh. Okay, well that didn't work. It didn't work to do the clear on there. Hopefully I've still got my messages running. Here we go. Okay, so it won't be too long after that. Unfortunately, this is taking a little bit longer than I had expected. Here we go. Open confirm. That's usually really good news. Aha! So now we're established. So the only problem was that I did not have a valid router ID. The router ID, there is an automated process, but it must have failed or something. You can always just make a manual one. There's no disadvantage to doing that. And in fact, there are advantages to having manual router IDs. You don't deal with these kind of problems. Okay, so these messages are looking a lot better. Yeah, those trace options are really going to be my lifeline during the test. Really important to use the trace options, the built-in help right away without trying to have pride in having remembered something. Just use the trace options, use the help. There's no shame in it. And in fact, it's probably your best friend. Okay. It's the main reason I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this exam is because I can use trace options. I can use help apropos. Like I'm feeling pretty confident. Anything that I can't. That I just don't know on the fly. I think I can even stuff I've never seen before. I feel like just doing those two things, I could probably figure it out. The only issue is a matter of time. It might take me too long to use the trace route and use help to figure out something that I'm not already familiar with. But hopefully everything I encounter on the test is fair game, things I've looked over, and if I've forgotten a detail here and there, or just need to kind of get my mind back on track from wandering off into the weeds, I can use the help menu and I can use the trace options to get myself back in the game. Okay, so let's see if I've learned the : 2 route yet. Okay, so I haven't learned the : 2 route, 172::2 still, which I'm kind of surprised by. Huh, yeah, that's really surprising. Why haven't I learned that? Okay, but I do have a neighbor ship. Yep, I've got the neighbor ship now. So let's do a show route advertising protocol, BGP, -2. So here's the problem. I'm not advertising anything. Let's take another look at my configuration. Okay, so I'm advertising 172. Aha, here's the problem. So this is not a /26 route. It's a /128 route. But of course, this wouldn't have solved the problem before. If there's no neighborship, clearly there's going to be no advertisement. Aha, but now we do have an advertisement, so let's see if it showed up in the routing table. Perfect, now we have it in the routing table. Okay, so let's look at the other side and see if it made it to routing table B, to the routing table on router B. Oops, so we still haven't gotten the routes to exchange yet. There's some issue where they're not exchanging, but the good news is the routes are loaded up into the VPN-A INET 6 table, ready to be exchanged. The issue is that they're just not making it into this L3 VPN table so that the exchanges can take place. So I think what I'd like to do is, well, first of all, where's the L3? Where is the equivalent? Oh. Huh, okay. I don't know why this doesn't have the same. Oh, is it up here? Is this one? No. Huh. Okay. It's interesting. Alright, anyways, before moving on, I think I would like to work on the making sure that ::3 shows up on router D, and then I'll work on getting them so that they exchange throughout the L3 VPN. That'll be the last step. Okay, so we've got everything looking good on here. For the previous configuration, so for this new configuration, we're going to require a lot of changes. Okay, and I'd like to use a static route, but we're going to need to change. Yeah, I'm going to need to change this. Okay, we'll do 3 ::3. So that the :1/126. Oh, and it's going to be set, and then it's going to be INET 6. There we go. All right, and then it's going to be okay, so yeah, this looks good. I'll need a static route. So it's going to be set, running options, and then it's going to be rib, INET 6. Can I get the? I can't get show route table. Okay, so here's all the ribs I can choose from now. So let's go back to that other command. So it's going to be inet 6.0 static route, and then we're going to do 172:3 /128 via 3:2. Oh, that's going to be the next hop. There we go. Okay, so I think that's it. I'll do one final check. Okay, yeah, that looks good to me. I'll commit and quit. And then, of course, nothing's gonna work until I configure the other side, so I'll do that before we're checking anything. Oops, and it looks like rib inet 6.0 is not in a matching routing instance, so I think we're gonna need to specify this as VPN-A.inet 6.0. I think that's how that works. I have no idea. Okay, that should work. Hopefully. Maybe not. Nope. It's not in matching routing instance. Huh. Not in matching routing instance. Not in matching routing instance. Huh. Oh, is it because I didn't delete this one? Oh, yeah, that was it. But now I forgot to specify. Yeah. Okay, so that should do it. Let's take a closer look at the results. Okay, so now we're in the same situation we're on with the other routers, where I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, this is the Cisco. Wait, why? Oh, I see. This is the static route's going to be in there whether or not it's configured on the other side. But the pings will fail until I configure the other side. So I might as well just do that now. Kind of no big deal. It doesn't even really need to be, the other side doesn't even really need to be configured, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oops, and it looks like I forgot to do a write on this last time anyway, so kind of good blessing in disguise because you don't gotta erase anything. Okay, so we're going to do IPv6 address 3:2/126. No shots. Okay, and then we'll do IPv6 route :/0 Okay. Kind of surprised I forgot rights. Usually I incessantly put that in there, but let's see here. Okay, so yep, everything looks configured right. Let's take a look at the IP route. Oops, so, sorry, show IPv6 route. There we go. So, yep, we've got everything looking good, so now we can focus on this table more. Let's try to ping it just because. Oops, so I gotta do instance, or routing, yeah. There we go, now I've got it. Okay, so the problem is now that they're not exchanging the routes, so let's look into that more closely. Okay, so I'm missing iNet VPN for IPv6. Let's add that there. Okay, so that's good. Alright, that wasn't the thing. I'm seeing if there's a command for like VRF information or like VPN. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I would expect them to exchange routes at this point, but they're not doing that. So let's get some trace options going. That's always going to be my best friend during this exam, is those trace options. As much info as I can get. I'm not going to have Google or anything like that, so this is really my only tool, my only hope really. Oops, we don't have any trace options there. Let's do, I'm not sure where I can do trace options. So I guess I'm curious to do them under BGP here. Let's do this. Exit. So show BGP summary. We'll do show BGP, show route protocol BGP, show route advertising protocol BGP, and then we'll specify the neighbor. Okay, so it looks like we are advertising : 3 to that other neighbor, to 2.2. Are we doing it to .5? Yeah, and we're advertising it to .5 as well. So I'm interested to see if we're receiving anything. So we're not receiving anything. Let's do hidden. So here we go. We've got 2 routes that we are receiving, but unfortunately they're not making it into the table. They're hidden routes. So let's see what happened. Oops. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. So it says that it's accepted. Why is it hidden then? Huh. That makes no sense. Okay. Let's check the other one. That makes no sense either. Input accepted. Why is it not? I don't get why it's not showing up in there. And also, how come I'm only receiving : 1, but I'm not receiving : 2? Okay, so here's all my routes that are making it, but if I do a show route hidden, you can see I am receiving : 1 routes, but for some reason they're unusable. Here we go. So here's the problem. The next hop is not usable. So this should have a reason why it's hidden. So it's imported just fine. Everything went good. The only problem is we don't have a next hop that's usable, so we can't install this route. Usually there's like it explicitly says a reason why it's hidden, but is there like an extensive? Yeah. Yeah, so the problem is that it doesn't have a usable next hop. So let's do next hop self for all of these. Okay, so we'll do neighbor edit. Okay, set. Oh, you know what? Let me go do it relative. No, I do have the local address. Oh, you know what? I've got to make a next hop self policy. That's how it's done. So I can do a help apropos, pipe match, help topic, pipe match self. Should get something, or next hop. Oh, self didn't hit before. Let's do policy. Okay, I think I know how to do this just off the top of my head, so let's do it. Edit policy, options, policy statements, and we'll call it NHS for next hop self. And we'll do set from protocol BGP, set then next hop self. Okay, and then this is going to be a export policy applied to IBGP. Okay, so just got to do that to the other PE routers. So I'm gonna make it easy on myself and put it in a notepad. All right. Hopefully this works. Perfect. So okay, so I think that's going to do it. Those routes will now show up because they have a valid next hop. Oops, nope. So it looks like they're still going to be hidden. Let's take a look at that. So show route hidden. Yep, so we've still got the routes hidden. Extensive. So the next hop is still unusable. Okay, and they're going to be hidden. Okay, so here's, okay, I see. So the problem is that the next hop is IPv6 address. Like, I doubt I can ping this address. Yeah, even from the... Yeah, so I've got to have a valid next hop for this route. And since it's a IPv6 route, it's oh god. Yeah, it's gotta have. Oh god damn it. Let's just see what other options there are here under next stop, next hop. Okay, so we've got self. We've also got reject. So we can use peer address. Let's try that instead, because those peer addresses are, of course, accessible to one another. We shouldn't have the same kinds of problems with that. Now, I'm going to make it easier on myself, and I'm going to just do a rollback 1. Show pipe compare. Commit. Yep, so that's good. And then, yeah, so this is going to make it a little bit easier to configure rapidly, I think. We'll need E, and we'll also need D. Perfect. So now we should have a valid next hop because it'll be the peer address. So I'm going to do show route hidden. Oh, so it looks. Shoot, what the heck? Oh, I wonder if it's just stale information. So I wonder if I do a clear BGP neighbor all and then have those reform, if it'll work itself out because it's just got stale information. I am curious why router 5 isn't sending anything. Let's pull that up while this is thinking and get that to work. I see. It's because I've got protocol static here instead of protocol BGP. Easy fix. Easy problems have easy fixes. I think, sometimes. I'm always a fan of an easy fix. Okay, so it's back in established. But unfortunately we still got hidden routes. But the good news is we do have both of the routes now after I fixed that. Bad news is we still don't have a usable next hop. And the next hop we've got hopefully is listed here. So unfortunately I don't see the next hop listed here. The only way to see that clearly is through a different command. Oops, and we gotta include hidden. Okay, so here's what we're getting from .2. You can see our next hop is not gonna work. Here's what we're getting from .5. So yeah, big problems with the next hop. It looks like it's trying to use the IPv4. Oh, you know what? Oh, I see. Well, what do I want the next hop to be? I think I want the next hop right, because I can't pass this, like this NLRI, once it gets to the IBGP, but it should import it to the VPN table right away. That's where I'm confused. I wonder if I need like a yeah, I don't think I need this next hop self policy. Yeah, and one thing to notice is here's the next hop self policy. So let's print off the configuration for that. So it's going to be the peer address, but the problem with that is this is formed over IBGP. So show configuration, pipe display set, pipe match, which is formed over IPv4 addresses. So it does convert them to an IPv6 address, but it's still not reachable. It's done in vain. Okay, so yeah, it's going to need a valid address, and it can't be the peer address. Okay, so let's do this. Star pipe match topic match VPN pipe match IPv6. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, so here's the configuration for an IPv6 router. Here we go. So this is what I was missing. The IPv6 tunneling statement under protocols MPLS. So yeah, let's get rid of that. Next hop self policy. That's not good. I just need to get rid of the next hop self policy. So I have it in my notepad still. Yeah, so we're just going to do delete. Yep, like that. And then we're going to do delete here. Perfect. Okay, one more router to delete from, and then we'll add the IPv6 tunneling statement to MPLS, and that should take care of everything magically, hopefully. But the issue was that it didn't have valid next hops for that address, so if we enable IPv6 tunneling, it should be able to use IPv6 next hops. I'm just curious what I did last on this one. Okay, so this one I already worked on. Okay, so this is the final router. Oops. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I configured all three of them. I've been faster than I thought I was. So, yep, we're going to need to go to Edit Protocols MPLS and enable IPv6 tunneling. There we go. Okay, so with any luck, we won't have any hidden routes anymore. Aha, no more hidden routes. And there they are. The beautiful routes are now in the table. Let's take a look at what the next hop is for that now. I'm really curious about that. So let's do a show route receive protocol BGP and take a look at what the next hop is going to be. Ah, interesting. So it's going to be the same next hop. It's just now that we've got IPv6 tunneling enabled, those are now valid addresses. I probably need to do instance. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Do I need to specify the source or something? Well, in any case, it works. So I should be able to ping end-to-end now if I go on a PE. Let's try that. Yeah, so we'll start on router F. Do a show route. There we go. So we've got .1, .2 is the one that's locally connected, and then we've got .3. So we've got routes for all that. Let's try pinging them. :1. Oops, so it almost looks like it's not gonna work. Ah, so it probably has no route back on one of the PEs. Okay, so let's try : 3. Hopefully that one works. Ah, : 3, same deal. Let's try a trace route. Okay, so it makes it to : 2, and then it's got a problem. Huh. Why does it have a route for it then? Is the next hop like messed up for this as well? No, because it. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know what is going on. So I think I want to take a break. I've been going for quite a bit. I definitely want to come back to this though, and at the very least figure this out. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the scaling, confederation, and route reflection. It's just too much to chew with so much left to go before the exam. The time ticking every second on that. So when I come back, I'm going to figure out why I can't ping end to end. And then once I get that resolved, that'll be the end of the video. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to try to figure out why these routes aren't exchanging and get everything to ping to everything else and then move on. Unfortunately, I won't have time for route scaling, but this will be good enough exercise, I think. That's so strange. Why is it not? Like, why do I have the route, but I can't? I wonder if all of them have the routes populated. Maybe some are missing the routes. Yeah, that's why. This one is missing the route from the other side. Okay, let's see if router D did any better. Okay, router D is just going to have a default route. Oh, sorry, and it's not going to be router D. It's going to be router 1 here, the Cisco router. Oops, and I've got to fly in here. God damn it. Let me just see if I can. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen during test day. That's going to be a nightmare if that happens during test day. Oh, and my arm just all of a sudden started hurting out of nowhere for no reason. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm losing all my focus because I've got flies. I've got like a strange muscle pain. There's multiple flies just randomly out of nowhere. Okay, so let me. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I gotta make sure that I have it. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna try to do when I'm done studying for this test is spend my test time where I'd normally be studying, just cleaning up my apartment. Okay, come on. Oh. Yeah, Windex was much more effective than just water, but I'd rather have just water in my apartment than Windex. Okay, I got it. Oh my god, that's so gross. That's like literally the grossest thing imaginable. Okay, so I'm gonna put this where it belongs. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure dirty flies with maggots on them is the grossest thing imaginable. Okay, but let's continue. Okay, yeah, I needed to stand up, so perfect. I'm up on my feet, and let's try to figure out why this isn't working. Oh, that's the directly connected one. I was like, why is it working now? Okay, so, yep, still not working. Oh, I never configured the loopback on this one. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's try clone 1. I wonder if the P routers require the IPv6 tunneling as well, but I wouldn't think they would because it would just seamlessly go through as NLRI, network layer reachability information. Huh. Oh, right, that doesn't work for that command. Yeah, I'm not receiving any routes via OSPF version 3. Oh, it looks like I still got the next hop self policy on this one. Yeah, I thought I removed that, but apparently it's still there. Oh. Okay, so hopefully it is fixed now. Let's check the other ones, make sure that I removed it from these as well. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Okay. I'm just paranoid about this, so I'll check the router B for that as well. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So maybe that fixed the problem now that the next hop self policy is removed. Nope. didn't fix the problem. Okay, so I think, well, no, it should be fine in the import because it's tagged here, so it should be fine. Why is it not doing it? I didn't think this was going to be this hard. So these two routes here, for some reason, aren't making it. Yeah, they're BGP routes. But for some reason, they're not being converted into OSPF routes. Okay. I wonder if I need like a import policy for OSPF version 3. Yeah, I think I need to redistribute those routes. So let me try this. Let me do help apropos Oops, it looks like it's lagging out on me now. I'll just do it on router A instead. So help, apropos star, live match, help, topic, match VPN, JPR-961. Okay, and now I want to see, yeah, this is what I want to see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I would have thought. Okay. Okay, it'll be the same whether it's IPv6 or IPv4, so we can get help for IPv4. Yeah, this should, okay. Huh. Yeah, see, I think I need to... I think it's because the routes are learned on router B as BGP routes. So I have the routes, they're BGP routes. Yeah, so here they are. But you can see on router E, I have the routes as well. They're BGP routes as well, but on router E, oh, excuse me, on router E, I have a extra policy where I actually under here protocol to BGP. Where is this BGP routes? I don't know where this is. Oh, I guess that's not. Why is it not? Oh, maybe it's default or something. I don't know what this is about. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. It's just because it's going to confuse me. It already has. Okay, so I think I'm missing an import policy for OSPF. I need to import BGP routes. So I need to redistribute those BGP routes into OSPF v3 routes. So we'll do set import. Or is it going to be an export? I think it's going to be export actually. I'm not sure if it'll be, so import is whether or not they make it into the table. On the local router, export is the other. So I think I'm going to do. I think it does have to be an import policy. So it's going to be, and I'll redist, and I'll say import from BGP. Okay, and now edit policy options, policy statement from BGP, set from protocol BGP, set that accept. Okay, that should do it. So now I should see those routes in my OSPF v3 table. Is it meant to be export? I guess I'm not sure if it's meant to be import or export. Oh, I gotta turn the light on. It's getting late. So obviously something didn't work. Let's try it as an export policy. There we go. So yep, it needed to be an export policy. We've got the OSPF routes now, so we're good to go. ::1 is my own address. Of course, I can ping that. ::2. Oops. So it looks like ::2. I can't ping. Let's try specifying the source. Okay, so that was the problem the whole time, or at least that would have been a problem the whole time. I wasn't specifying the source. And I can ping 2 as well. So everything is perfect. I'm able to ping 2 and 3 from router A. Let's just go round robin and ping from the other routers, just because it feels good to extra super confirm that I've got it right. But of course we know these other pings are going to work because they worked from the other routers. I guess there is one ping here that we wouldn't have been able to test from the first router, router A, but we can see it's good to go. Okay, so yeah, I'm not even going to pull up the, well, actually I will. Yeah, it's satisfying in some way to see them all ping. I just kind of didn't want to end on a Cisco since this is a Juniper video, but I don't think it matters that much. Okay, so yep, everything is perfectly successful. So there were some things I forgot. I forgot a export policy for OSPF version 3. I forgot to redistribute the routes learned over the VPN from BGP routes to OSPF routes. So that was easy. What else did I forget? Oh, the other big one that I forgot and that I was saved by the documentation for was to enable IPv6 tunneling on my protocol's MPLS. So I'm not sure if I need both this and this, but it works with both of them. So yep, I got it to work. That's the most important thing. I'm not sure if you're docked points for having extra config on there that doesn't belong. I hope not. But yeah, the goal is accomplished. So let's mark this off, and then in the next video, which will be tomorrow, the lunchtime video, I'll be moving on to a new topic. Oops, and it looks like my browser's doing the thing again where it doesn't work, so I'll use the other browser. Perfect. So this is already there. So let's open this up. This is VPN. So yeah, I'm getting close to being done, which is good. Yeah, and I'm done with IPv6. There you go. I'm not sure if I ever made. I think this is going to be a third video. I don't think I updated my notes. No, I didn't update my notes. Okay, so this is going to be the third video. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.